Hey, what is up guys, welcome back. Today I have another low level insanity build for Mass Effect Andromeda. This time around it's going to be more focused on abilities. This is the type of caster build you can play early on, even on insanity. I'm currently level 18 with this character and I'm testing a bunch of things out. I definitely have other builds lined up if you guys want to see more of this, but in the meantime I'm going to show you the low level insanity biotic build. So let's go ahead and see exactly what we need. So going over the skills, the main abilities that we're going to need are Throw, Singularity, and in the tech tree we're also going to throw in Energy Drain in the mix. It's just so good early on and it gives you some good shields. It acts as a combo detonator, so there's definitely something that you would want here. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with Biotics because this is the main tier that we're going to invest into. So as you can see here, Singularity needs 9 skill points to unlock. Now normally you can unlock this if you pick the Biotic training, but if you're already leveled up and picked something else, or you just want to respec, then you're not going to lose much at all. It's just 9 skill points. It's basically only like 2 levels at most. You're also going to unlock it anyways because you're going to need Throw, which is usable early on. So let's go ahead and invest only 10 points in it. 10 points in Throw currently is exactly what we want because Singularity is now unlocked. So let's go ahead and heavily invest in this one. You're not going to need to max one ability over the other, but you will want to reach rank 4 or 5 in these abilities as fast as possible. So Singularity is something that I invested early on. Now I'm going to go ahead and start off using Duration. I really like going with this one. Technically speaking, you can pick up Radius as well. It's just a matter of preference, but I like Singularity lasting as long as possible. In rank 5 I typically go for Recharge Speed. The anti-shield perk isn't really something that I would go with because Singularity on its own doesn't really do that much damage. It's only 35 damage per second, so even if the enemy doesn't have any shields, you're going to do low damage with it anyway. Singularity is mostly used for the crown control and the multiple enemy priming. And in rank 6 I'm going to go with Exploding Singularity. And we are done now in Biotics. We're going to leave that as is, and we're also going to go in the tech tree and we're going to invest some points into Energy Drain. In the beginning, 9 points into Energy Drain is going to be enough. Typically I like picking effectiveness. The damage and bonus shields restore is definitely good early on, and that's going to be it at this level. The more points I will have, the more I will spec into that eventually, but in the meantime I'm going to focus everything I have on Biotics because I'm also going to use the Adept profile. So I have a lot of points left, like 34, and that means I can go ahead and invest some points in Throw as well, and I really want the rank 6 as fast as possible. So in rank 5, first of all I'm going to pick Recharge Speed. As I've said, I like using abilities as fast as possible, and in rank 6 I like going for Double Throw, and this goes really well with the Radius. You're basically going to have 2 projectiles thrown at enemies at the same time, and the Radius is going to be quite good, and also the detonation is going to be really handy. So 23 points over there. I'm also going to pick up Barrier. It increases my shield so much and it gives me so many good passives that is really hard to pass. I'm going to go on for full level over here because I really want the Saving Barrier, but rank 5 Biotic Link is really good early on. You're basically going to throw a huge area of effect ability, and because of Biotic Link it's going to be absolutely amazing. And in rank 6 I'm going to go with Saving Barrier. I prefer this one over anything else. It's just a preference of mine, and I'm going to be done for that. I still have 1 point left, but I'm going to leave it at that for now. So the profile that unlocked the most right now and the highest level because of the way I chose the build is going to be the Adept profile, and this is going to be something very good early on. It has the Biotic Echoes, which is absolutely amazing. It does so much damage on Insanity regardless of the level, and all of these bonuses over here are really good to pick on. And that was basically the skills and the profile, so let's go ahead and see the loadout. And I'm going to start off with the armor set, and this is going to be really easy. So as I've said in the previous video, you're going to have to use the scanner quite a bit in the beginning, and you're going to need quite a lot of Helios research data early on, and luckily I have plenty of those because I did a lot of exploration. So the best armor that you can use with this build is going to be the Helios armor. This one gives you exactly what you need and it has the absolute best bonuses. It's just that it costs a little bit more, but it's not going to be a problem for me, and Helios research data is really easy to come by. So if you look here at the stats, right from the bat you will see that it provides a lot of power damage, and this one applies to all the abilities, so biotic, tech and combat. It also gives you weapon damage, but most of all it also gives you some good damage resistance. Now we're going to go ahead and invest in the helmet as well, and luckily I have enough points for the full set and I have some points left as well. As for augmentations, I would only pick the one in the remnant tree, and I would go here with the shield oscillator on both chest and the weapon with this one, just because it gives me so much more shields, but I will also need to unlock a weapon for that. So if you really want to pick up a good weapon early on, then the Valkyr one is definitely a good choice, and I'm actually going to go ahead and invest points into this one. And there you go, and this is going to be a rather good weapon early on. It's not going to be the best, you're probably going to want to test shotguns as well, but that is basically the build. The augmentations that I really like picking with this build, and the ones that you're probably going to want to pick as well, is going to be either biotic damage booster or the one that increases biotic combo damage. In the Helios chest I'm going to go with the shield oscillator, as I've said. Everything else basically biotic damage. And now let's go ahead and create the weapon. So as I've said, we're going to use the Valkyr. The Valkyr is really good early on, it has some good damage, and I'm going to invest some more biotic boosters in it. It increases my biotic damage that much more. Okay, and now we are done with the build, and that is basically it. Let's go ahead and test the loadout. And here we are, this is the cat base on EOS, and this is a very good spot to test my new build out. As a matter of fact, these guys must be really pissed on because I keep coming over here and killing everything in sight, so yeah, they're probably going to be mad at me again. Typically you can't prime shielded targets for detonation. With Singularity you can definitely do that, so it's definitely going to be helpful. If I can just stay still over there. There you go. And look at him, he's primed. And there you go, he's detonated. Nice and simple. And I can just shoot him. And look at that. He's already primed for detonation, lifted in the air. I can just do that. Really easy. And he's dead. Okay, and now only the turret is left. I'm going to throw in a Singularity. Uh-oh. And I can detonate it once with throw. And if I wait a few seconds for it to be primed again, I can detonate it again with the other ability, like that. So there's double detonations, which is really awesome. Actually, I think I can do it 3 times. Holy damn. Nice and easy, and that was basically the build. It's definitely fun. It's something that I really like playing with. It's a little bit more tactical than the others. You're going to have to rely on your positioning a little bit more, but I've seen a lot of people not liking the fact that my typical builds are face roll, and honestly that is kind of the point with everything that I'm trying to make. I'm trying to make everything as overpowered as possible, but this is going to make things a little bit more interesting. It looks cool as hell. It's definitely going to improve a lot if you invest more points into it, but even at low level this is definitely viable. So this was basically the early level biotic build for today. I'm also going to make one for tomorrow as well that is going to be different from this one, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to stay up for more. If you want to, go ahead and check out my previous videos on similar builds, and I will see you guys next time, so peace out.
I don't wanna talk about the weather, wear a long coat made of chickadee feather. Well, I squawk loud when I'm pushing through a sharp crowd on the way to your house. It's a